I have a guideline when choosing the subject of my videos. When I think of an idea, I first Google it, and then YouTube it. Is that a thing people say? And if someone has done it before, I either find a way to make it better, /faster, /cheaper, /easier. But if I find a tutorial that shows pretty much the optimal way of doing something, why bother making a worse one? I mean, I do some research, but I never go looking past the second, sometimes third Google search page. And if I have to do some scrolling on YouTube, I pretty much consider that tutorial non-existent. Inexistent? Non-existent? How do you... So that's what I do. My ultimate goal is to make tutorials on things that nobody tried or that there's not much information about. Pretty much like having children, it makes my life way more difficult than it needs to be, and the rewards are stress, disappointment, and premature baldness. So when tackling a subject like miniature trees, I really thought there can't be much room for innovation, because it's one of the most popular things to make a tutorial about. Every crafting channel seems to have one, if not many, videos on how to build different kinds of trees. Those tutorials are really good and produce very realistic, fine-looking trees. However, almost all rely on some kind of flocking technique, and I'm not a big fan of flocking, especially on trees. I always end up breaking bits of flocking with my fingers when moving the trees around, or some will come loose when putting them in and out of storage. So I figured it'd be cool to have a technique that doesn't involve flocking to make trees. And pines were the perfect kind of tree to attempt that. And yeah, you can make pines by trimming and painting pipe cleaners, or twisting wire around some twine or cocoa fiber. But pipe cleaners are not that cheap, and the twine and wire method takes a while. So I was taking down the Christmas decorations, because in my family we celebrate Christmas on February. It's not that I forgot to do it earlier. And when stripping down the fake plastic tree, I noticed, hey, this thing is made of tiny pines. Each branch is like a pre-made, wire and twine pine tree. So why don't use those? I was really surprised that no one was doing this type of tree, or at least didn't find anybody who had a tutorial about it. So on this episode of Pretty Decent Crafts, I'm going to show you how to do a miniature pine tree using a real fake pine tree. Wait, is it done already? So I can just end the video here and not waste people's time? But I made a new intro for Season 2 and I really want to show it. Okay, maybe I can talk about them a little bit more. So yeah, just cut a branch from a plastic tree and shape it with some scissors. Then glue it to a washer and decorate the washer to look nice, like you will do on a miniature base. You can wrap some tape to the body of the tree and give it texture with the glue gun, but it's such a tiny part of the tree and it's gonna be mostly covered by the branches, so I don't think it's worth it. I tried making a snowy pine by brushing some white on the branches and put some thick paint on the base. Also, the base is a Pokemon puck. This one looks really rough because I used it as the test subject for a lot of different things, so imagine this effect in a healthier looking pine. This funny looking one is an upside down branch that I heavily brushed with a steel brush. It looks odd, but I kind of like it. By the way, I don't know how useful this might be, but these trees can easily be bent to make a serpenty looking animated kind of tree monster. Or just crook them a little bit to give them like a enchanted forest type of vibe. And about the cost per tree, this whole thing was like $20 and I can make like 1,000,000 pine trees with it. The washers were 5 cents each, so it's like 10 cents per tree or something. And it takes like 5 minutes to make each one, so good trees, good tutorial, good YouTuber, subscribe.